So you've thought long and hard about pulling the trigger on some new K-beauty products, and you probably can't wait to see the results. But exactly how long does it take for those to kick in? On today's episode, we'll take a look. Welcome to the Korean Beauty Show, where we're talking all things Korean skincare, makeup, and more. If you want to learn about the hottest trending products and ingredients straight from South Korea, then this is the podcast for you. Each week, we'll be diving in to take a look at the latest trends, as well as all the tips and tricks you need to perfect your K-beauty routine. I'm your host, Lauren Lee, professional K-beauty expert and founder of Korean beauty platform Style Story. Today's episode is brought to you by Subi Hollow Dream Brightening Pore Refining Mask. If you're after brighter, smoother skin in under 10 minutes, you'll love this holographic wash-off face mask. Shop online at subibeauty.com or stylestory.com.au in Australia. Guys, hello and welcome back to yet another episode of the Korean Beauty Show podcast. So today I'm going to be tackling wait times on all of the various different types of skincare products. Unlike your Uber Eats, which should show up in the next hour, skincare is a waiting game. For some products, the best results don't come through for weeks and even months. So whether you've just started out with some new products or whether you've been at it for a while and you aren't sure what to expect, I'm going to go through the general rule of thumbs about how long it's going to take for specific skincare products to really kick in and for you to start seeing some of those benefits. If we haven't met already, welcome to the show. My name is Lauren Lee. I'm the host of this podcast. I'm a K-beauty expert and Korean beauty addict, and I am also a long-term resident of Seoul, South Korea. This is the place to be. This is the show for you if you are keen to learn all there is to know about K-beauty in general, and also pick up lots of helpful, well, I hope they're helpful, skin tips and tricks. So let's jump into today's episode. As a general rule for any skincare, the more that needs to change at your skin's deeper cellular level, the more time you're going to need to see the results. So if you're looking to brighten your skin or reduce fine lines or wrinkles, that kind of stuff does not happen overnight. So that is one thing to keep in mind. And the other thing is this. Even though the results might not be visible to your naked eye, it doesn't mean that the product isn't doing its job. So changes and results may actually be occurring below the skin surface for a long time before you'll start seeing what's happening on the surface of the skin. But even having said all of that, I'm going to give you some specific timeframes to keep in mind to help you track the results of your skincare. So the first thing, I thought we might as well start out with the beginning of your routine, which is obviously your cleanser. So this has quite a wide, range of timeframes. It could start to show results as quickly as immediately, but if the product has some additional benefits, then you might be looking at around a month. So let's take a quick look at the goal, I guess, of what your cleanser actually should be doing. After cleansing your face should be looking clean, it should be even toned, and any dirt and makeup on your face should be removed. And then after you've finished rinsing the product off your face, your skin should feel soft and smooth, and it shouldn't feel dry, greasy, or tight. So those are the kind of things that you will see straight away, immediately. If you're not seeing that, then probably you're not using the right type of product. But there are a lot of cleansers these days that have additional functions, like helping to manage oily skin over time, and also things like calming blemishes. So if you are using a product like this, then give it about a month to see additional benefits kick in. Obviously, with any cleansers, they're not going to be on your skin for very long, a couple of minutes at most. So if they are touted as having additional or special benefits, basically, you're going to need to wait a little bit longer to see those. Now, the next product that most people apply after their cleanser is their toner. So the goal of a good toner is that after toning, your skin should feel smoother, softer, and calmer. Now, remember, toner is not supposed to be an extra step in cleansing, or at least most Korean beauty toners are not supposed to be. So you should be toning onto clean skin. That is really, really important. Now, if you are using a hydrating type of toner, then you might start to see some results immediately. But for most toners that have specific functions like pore care, I would say expect to wait 1 to 2 weeks to see some of those start to kick in. If you are using next in your routine an exfoliating scrub or a clay mask, you will or should see some results immediately. So after exfoliating with a manual exfoliant like this, your skin should look and feel smoother, and your pores should also look smoother, and skin should look less dull pretty much immediately. But the thing with these types of products is that obviously for the best results, you do need to use them pretty regularly, because the results will start to taper off probably after a few days, and I would say probably definitely within about a week. So that's why most people recommend exfoliating at least once a week so that you can see those benefits on a continual basis. It's the kind of thing that you wouldn't expect to see results from sort of a month down the track. That would be unusual for a scrub or a clay mask. So that's a pretty fast acting, I guess, in terms of the skincare world. Now, the next one I have on my list, which is a category of products that I know a lot of you are very interested in, and that is your retinols. So retinols in general are going to take longer, probably about 4 to 6 weeks. And the reason is that they have ingredients that really do need a little bit more time to sort of go to work. Now, one caveat I will add is that your results in terms of how long they take and also how significant they are will vary depending on the strength of the retinols. Obviously, your prescription retinols are going to show bigger, faster results. However, with any kind of faster result, it also goes hand in hand with increased irritation. So prescription retinols tend to be a lot more strong. They work a lot quicker, and you'll experience probably a lot more side effects as well, but your skin may be showing smoother, brighter skin in as little as 4 to 6 weeks. I know for me personally, that's one of the biggest things. I don't use retinols in my skincare routine, and I don't like using them because I just never can seem to get out of the cycle of just dull, rough skin and flaking skin, no matter how little I use them. I think that's probably because I have suffered like the effects of being on medication for acne when I was a lot younger, and I just feel like my skin never really did recover from that. So for me, retinols, I don't use them in my routine just because I find that adjustment period is just way too strong for the prescription type. It's just I cannot get into a rhythm where my skin doesn't look really patchy and gross no matter how infrequently I use them. But obviously a lot of people love them, and a lot of people that haven't had previous issues with their skin may have better results than I guess people that have. Now, so that's retinols in a nutshell, basically. Serums in general, so obviously there are different types of application methods for retinols. You can get them in creams, you can get them in serums, all sorts of different things. For your serums, you will probably need to be using them for 6 to 8 weeks, so up to 2 months, to see any type of real changes, but it does depend. So there are some that will show quicker results, but as a general rule of thumb, you should expect to be using them for about 2 months before you really start to see the benefits fully kicking in, particularly if they are aimed at like brightening, pigmentation removal, or something like that. If it's a hydrating serum, you might see results quicker, but 6 to 8 weeks as a guide. Now, with your moisturizers, You can expect to see some results from them almost instantly, in the sense that once you apply it and it is absorbed, your skin should feel and look soft and plump. But if you're consistently using the same moisturizer, you should expect to see the full results within about a week to 2. So that one's a pretty fast acting one compared to some other products, I would say. Now, with your AHAs and BHAs, you can see some results right away, but I would say you would start seeing peak results at about 12 weeks. And that is just a standard sort of rule. Now, what I would say is, and this is why so many people get tripped up with their AHAs and BHAs, just because you are not seeing the results right away, do not be tempted to amp up the volume and hit your skin with more. Just because your skin's surface is not necessarily showing the outcome of your AHA and BHA use does not mean that things are not going on below the surface. And that includes negative reactions. So damage may still be occurring way below the surface of the skin, even if you can't see it. So you might not feel that, but yet down the track there'll be issues. So keep that in mind, because if you are causing your skin to regularly become sensitized because you are overusing acids, then it actually hinders your skin's ability to renew and restore itself. I know acids are really popular at the moment, but there are lots of pitfalls and hidden traps to using them. So do not be tempted to up your strength at 2 weeks in if you feel like you're not seeing results. That would be not a great idea. The next product category I had on my list was vitamin C. So I know that most of us, when we're using a vitamin C serum, it's going to be to target things like dullness and pigmentation. So these issues are really difficult to treat, even if you are in a skincare clinic setting. So don't expect to see results overnight. Your results will be modest, because there's going to be a limit to what skincare products alone can achieve. But you should start seeing results, I would say, within 6 to 12 weeks. And then finally, you have your acne spot treatments. So again, this will differ slightly depending on the spot in question, the type of spot that it is, and also the type of treatment option, obviously, that you're using. But about 12 hours, within 12 hours, you should start to notice something. So if you're looking at a hydrocolloid pimple patch to help speed up the healing process, then within 8 to 12 hours, you should be seeing something, even if that is just a flattening out or a reduction in redness or inflammation. But obviously, depending on the particular spot in question, it might take longer than that for it to actually heal up. So that is just a list that I've compiled of some various different products, because I know people can get super impatient while they're waiting. You know, exactly how long is this supposed to take? Well, it's like the old Pantene ad. It won't happen overnight, but it will happen. Was that Pantene? I can't remember. Anyway, that was a really old one. And skincare, it is the same. I think people are so used to seeing, you know, before and after pictures and stuff like that posted, and maybe people talking about their results. But usually if you have a look, it's going to be a few months in between a lot of results, particularly if it's anything drastic. So keep that in mind as well. Guys, I hope you found something useful from today's episode. And if you did, I would absolutely love for you to leave your rating and review for the show. It's really helpful to help other people find us. I also really like to hear your feedback as well. So if you do have some constructive criticism, well, just constructive feedback, that would be great. Hopefully not too many criticisms, but look, I'll take them. That's fine. In the meantime, if you would like more skincare tips and tricks, please come and follow Style Story on Instagram. We are at stylestory_kbeauty. We are always putting K-beauty related contents, videos, little tips and tricks and things like that into our Instagram. And if you are just starting out with your K-beauty routine, don't forget that we have a free guide to K-beauty that is available for download when you join our mailing list. So you'll find the links for that on our website. I would absolutely love for you to have a copy because it explains a lot of the need to know things that I know newbies and beginners can get tricked up on. So come and find that if you haven't already. And other than that, I will talk to you next week and I'll see you on Style Story.